Hi, welcome to the Hard Rock Show. I'm Shane.
I'm Andrew.
And this is our Hard Rock Happenings episode.
It is indeed.
Where we bring you the news and latest releases that you need to know about. So I'll hand over to you to kick things off.
I'll start off. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Richie Sambora of Bon Jovi is out of rehab and, if not there already, on his way to meet the rest of the guys to join them on the European leg of their current tour. So, well done to him for getting out of rehab, I guess. We'll just have to see if he can stay off or on the wagon, I should say, or whatever it is, yeah.
I prefer to stay off the wagon. But
well, we both do, but...
personal choice, I guess. I just wanted to mention that Seth Putnam, from a band that we'll refer to as AC,
yes,
has passed away of a heart attack at the age of 43.
Pretty young for a...
Yeah, pretty young.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of bands,
long career.
Hell of a lot of bands, and yeah, they've all been extreme underground sort of metal, but he did do some backing vocals or backing screaming on Pantera's album The Great Southern Trendkill.
Yes,
so
that's right, he did too.
Seth will be missed.
Yeah.
And his band AC was quite entertaining.
Well, he has certainly left his mark.
He has.
Didn't go unknowingly. He left a mark, so you got to give credit where it's due for that kind of stuff. So
definitely,
yeah, one that we missed, I'm sure.
Yep.
All right, I'll go on to another one. AC/DC are coming up to their 40th anniversary. Now, Brian Johnson in particular, but the band in general, seem to be hinting, this is unsubstantiated, but they're hinting at doing both a tour and an album to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the band. So
yep,
I'll be greatly looking forward to that.
I have heard the rumours of the tour. I haven't heard anything about a new album, and it seems like that's pretty quick for AC/DC to bring out a new album.
Well, they seem to be, from what I've been reading about them lately, they seem to be very much on the front foot about getting more and more done as fast as they can to show they're not falling behind, because there was a fair gap between the previous album, I forget what it is off the top of my head,
about 8 years,
and Black Ice, and so they don't want that to happen again. They're making a very big statement about that at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I would welcome a new AC/DC album, and I'd definitely welcome another tour because they were fantastic to see live.
Well, as we've covered before, I've yet to see them live, so I'm itching for the chance at the moment. So if my first time to see them is on the 40th anniversary tour, I'm pretty sure it'll be a damn good show.
I think it would be, yeah. Yep. Rex Brown, he seems to be permanently out of Down. Now, that's not official as yet, but he's been replaced for the time being, and Phil Anselmo says that Rex needs to address some personal issues in his life.
Interesting history with all that over the years, just that sort of popped in my head. It's a very interesting history. I
love Phil.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it's funny that he's calling out someone saying they need to address personal issues.
Yeah.
I know he has got himself on the straight and narrow. He probably loves a bit of a toke, I guess.
Yeah, well, I don't think he ever stopped that one, but
yeah, it's just interesting to see that Down have chosen to continue without Rex. I mean, Rex wasn't their original bass player anyway.
No.
So he's been replaced by the bass player from Crowbar at the moment. And,
pretty good choice.
It seems like it might be permanent. So
we'll stay tuned, I guess.
Yeah,
we'll
stay tuned.
See what comes out of it. Okay, here's a slightly interesting one. We've covered before how we have a lot of Megadeth fans following this, and this is one for you guys. Dave Mustaine has come out on record as saying there will not be a Big Four, even a US tour of the Big Four, because Megadeth can't afford it. Now, I find that interesting in a lot of ways.
They can't afford the downtime.
The Metallica and the other bands, the schedules seem to be they take 2 weeks on tour, 2 weeks off to spend time with their families and whatnot have you.
Yeah.
Megadeth is saying, or Dave Mustaine I should say, is saying that they normally do 4 to 5 weeks on, then take about 2 weeks off, and they would struggle, they think, to fill the dates in between. So that would be, I'm not sure about that, but
I'm not sure that there's been any talking of doing it as a large scale tour anyway. From what I know, it was only supposed to be a handful of dates here and there as a sort of a special occasion type thing. There may have been some behind the scenes talk that hasn't come out.
Well, I think that because of the popularity of it, from a business sense at least, it'd make a lot of sense to continue the ball rolling.
A hell of a lot of money to be made out of it, to be honest. I'd love to see that tour package come to Australia.
Yeah, I think... Well, we got no family left anyway, but...
When we sold them all for Van Halen tickets.
No, but if we had any, well, yeah, it'd be another case of you'd sell... I'm going to go with another one. I'd sell a testicle.
Oh, hell no.
No?
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I'd think about it, that's for sure.
I'd sell a foot or something. I wouldn't go straight to my testicles.
I'm trying to demonstrate the importance of the event to me personally, but oh well, that's neither here nor there. They're also planning to do another Big Four Jam, a different one now.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know they changed it up, but they're trying to keep this new one under wraps, so they're talking that up as well at the moment.
Be interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with this time.
Yeah. Yep. Going back to Down, who I've already just mentioned.
Yep.
Their next release seems like it's going to be a series of 6-track EPs.
It's an interesting idea, this one. Yeah.
With the way the music industry goes at the moment, they sort of want to get stuff out quicker and more of it. So EP is going to be cheaper for people to buy, and they're going to be able to put one out every 6 months or so, I gather.
I think the theory was every 9 months. I remember reading the article, something along those lines.
Something like that.
Yeah.
There's going to be 4 of them over the next couple of years anyway. And the artwork will all link together on these EPs, so they'll basically be one project released throughout a time frame.
Yep.
There hasn't been any details on when the first one's actually coming out. It seems to have been recorded already.
Okay, cool.
But there's no release date or anything for it yet, so stay tuned for that as well.
Yeah. Okay, another segment from our last Hard Rock Happenings where we talk about Metallica being voted the #1 band of the past, however long, 30 years I think it was.
Yep.
Bruce Dickinson and Maiden has just come flat out right and said, we're better than them. So have fun debating that one, guys. Just thought we'd throw that one out there for the masses.
I don't want to get into who's ability-wise better than who, because I love them both.
Absolutely.
But influence-wise, I would probably have to agree with Bruce Dickinson there.
Possibly, yeah. I reckon so. I don't know how correct, but it was a fan poll, and I think, whatever. The fans are always interesting and fickle in the best of times.
Exactly. Well, in sticking with the theme of what I've got to throw at everybody, Phil Anselmo Down. Yep. Phil has gone on record as saying there will never, ever, under any circumstances, be a reunion or any future release from Superjoint Ritual.
Wow.
He's planning on concentrating on the future, and he sees the future as being with Down and Arson Anthem. So I don't know exactly what went on in the Superjoint Ritual camp, because I know that he still does work with Hank 3 on Arson Anthem, and they were the 2 main members of Superjoint Ritual, so I'm not really sure what goes on there. But
we'd only be guessing, so...
Yeah. And I did love Superjoint Ritual.
No, it was good
A
stuff.
Lethal Dose of American Hatred was a fantastic album.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit disappointing, but stay tuned for more Down.
They're still working, so we'll not give up all hope just yet. Okay, in case you've been living under a rock, The Darkness have gotten back together. They're currently working on their 3rd studio album, and they're currently doing a little touring schedule for this year. So that would be interesting to see how this goes along, but it'd be interesting to hear the new album when it comes out. So I'm looking forward to that a little bit.
The Darkness seems to be a band that you either love or hate.
Yeah, very much so. It polarises people, that one.
I love them.
Yeah, I reckon I'm pretty much in the same boat.
I've seen them live a few years ago at a big day out, and they're awesome.
Cool.
They're just cool. Go again. What else have you got to offer?
My last little news article is Slash. Okay, we've talked about him a couple of times. We're both big fans of his. He's currently back in the studio working on another album. Yep. Miles Kennedy is doing all the vocals on this one. No little guest appearances and stuff, and so we'll just wait and see what comes out of that. I'm not sure about release time and things like that, but just it's interesting to note he's back in the studio doing a new album.
Yep.
His last one was a kick-ass album, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Definitely was.
Yep.
Now, speaking of new releases, you had Red Hot Chili Peppers have got their new album coming out.
Yeah, now their new album is called I'm With You. It's getting released on the 30th of August.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see which direction they take on this one.
Yeah, well, I wasn't a fan of their last album.
No.
Honestly, but I am a fan of the Chili Peppers, so I'll definitely check it out. I think it's interesting to note that they've got a new guitarist in the mix. His name's Josh Klinghoffer.
Yeah. Different name.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
Yep.
But he's done some work with Niles Barkley, Perry Farrell, and funnily enough, he's been a frequent collaborator with John Frusciante, who is he's actually replacing in the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So, yeah, it's a little bit weird. I know there wasn't any animosity with the split between Frusciante and the Chili Peppers that I know of. I think he just wanted to concentrate on his solo stuff. So it's interesting that one of his frequent collaborators is taking the place.
Yep. Oh, we'll see what comes out of it.
But yeah, we'll definitely be checking that album out.
Yep. Cool.
I think now we'll take a look at our little fact of the week.
Yep, another little interesting bit of information for you guys. So.
Yeah, so enjoy it.
Yep.
All right, we're back.
Yes.
That was our little fact of the week.
Yep.
Now it's time to talk about some releases.
Yep.
Okay, the first one is Def Leppard have just released Mirror Ball.
Yep.
It's their live album. It contains 3 new tracks.
Yes.
Now, I have heard one of the tracks, and it's really cool. I can't remember the name of it right now. But it is a really, really good Def Leppard track.
Yeah.
Also, Hammerfall have just released Infected.
Yep.
Which I'm a huge fan of because I love power metal.
Yes, absolutely.
So definitely check that one out.
Yep.
We've got a lot of reissues this week.
Yes, we do.
Queens of the Stone Age have just re-released their first album.
Okay.
Ozzy Osbourne's just done re-releases of The Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman.
Cool.
So they're really, really cool packages.
Yeah.
They've got a bit of extra stuff on there and
always good.
New artwork and stuff like that.
Cool.
And then Iron Maiden have just released yet another greatest hits package. This one's called From Fear to Eternity.
Yep.
Sorry, it's the best of their career from 1990 to 2010.
So it's a bracketed one this time at least. But
it's I think a greatest hits album is a good way to get a fan interested in your back catalogue if they've never heard the stuff before.
Well, it's worked on both of us, so.
But Iron Maiden. Come on, no more greatest hits albums, please.
Please, not until you actually retire, then you can go for your life. But
so, anyway, have you got any releases?
A few. Primus, Green Naugahyde, I believe it's pronounced as.
You gotta love Primus.
Yeah, absolutely. That's coming out September 13. Interesting to note that's their first release in 11 years. Yeah. So
spent a bit of time broken up in the time being.
So that'll be interesting. So we'll wait with bated breath on that one. The Living End, Melbourne's own. The ending is just the beginning repeating. Here we go with more mouthful titles, but okay. That's coming out July 22nd.
Yep.
They've got some interesting people in to help them with the recording of this, so the sound should be pretty bloody good.
I've actually heard the first single off it, which is the same as the album title.
Yep, no repeats.
It's a pretty cool song. It's a very Living End, but very different at the same time. So check that out.
Always good. Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, I should say. Welcome to. That should be coming out prior to September.
Yep.
Now, that'll be good because hopefully he'll throw in some new stuff at Soundwave.
One would hope.
We'll see how we go with that one. So. Also, Judas Priest. A little bit to say about these guys, but not too much. We're going to be quick. A 20 CD box set called Singles Cuts, covering all the singles released from 1977 to 1992, coming out in August. 20 CDs.
Now, I wonder if they're going to go on American Idol to plug that the same way they debuted their new guitarist on American Idol. Yeah. Not cool, Judas Priest. Not cool at all.
It's bad enough that Steve Tyler's got himself involved with that.
Not happy with that whole situation.
No. They should set up something else. On an interesting side note, sorry, just remembering quickly, Alice Cooper is talking about wanting to set up his own show. Just read that today. He wants to set up his own, forget X Factor, forget American Idol. He wants it to be about rock bands because he believes that rock bands these days have no attitude. So there's a challenge for you all.
I'd watch that maybe.
So would I, possibly. I'm not a big fan of reality TV, but that'd be it. And that's all I've got for new releases.
All right.
Upcoming.
Now, we just wanted to throw out there a big congratulations to a couple of friends of the Hard Rock Show.
Yes.
$1 Million Reload and Trucker Diablo have just finished playing a Download Festival in the UK.
Well done, boys.
So that's a huge thing for them, and I hope it does wonders for their career because they both deserve it. The music is fantastic.
And I don't know about $1 Million Reload, but I know for a fact that Trucker Diablo have videos and photos all over their Facebook and stuff at the moment. So go and check it out.
Some of that out.
Yeah.
But now, our Artist of the Week.
Yep.
In sticking with our Facebook theme at the moment, Seppuku are our Artist of the Week.
Yes.
Young thrash metal boys from the same area as us, around the Cranbourne area. Just released their demo/EP sort of CD called The First Cut.
Yep.
5 tracks, really cool stuff.
Awesome.
Check them out. If you're local to the area, get down to the Prague on this Friday, the 17th of June. They're playing a gig down there with another friend of the Hard Rock Show, Omen, formerly Bad Omen.
Both bands are brilliant live.
Yes, they are. And there's a few other young bands from around this kind of area playing there as well. There's Witchbury Hill, Crematorium Defiled, and Severed Oath. So if you've got the time, get down to the Prague and check that out.
Absolutely.
But for now, that's all there is for the Hard Rock Show and the Hard Rock happenings. So until next time,
drink up
and rock on.